Labour Party infighting appears to be a significant issue for Sir Keir Starmer, and his Brexit policy in particular is something that triggers tears of anger to a prominent ally of former leader Jeremy Corbyn. Sir Keir has been remarkably quiet on his party's Brexit position since he became Labour leader in April. However, the former shadow Brexit secretary has not always been so tight-lipped and is widely seen as having been a key architect in Labour's slide towards backing a second referendum before the last election. Ever since the historic 2016 vote, he has always maintained that the will of the people must be respected, but that has not stopped Prime Minister Boris Johnson calling him a Remainer lawyer. His apparent U-turn on the issue has not gone unnoticed by senior members of Mr. Corbyn's team, either. Ian Lavery, chair of the Labour Party between 2017 and 2020, claimed it triggers tears of anger. Speaking to Lewis Goodall on BBC Newsnight this week, he said, "Well, I've got to say it is fairly ironic to hear, under new leadership, get Brexit done. It brings tears to my eyes." Mr. Goodall then asked, "Just tears? Or a bit of anger as well?" To this, Mr. Lavery said, "Both. Probably tears of anger." His frustration is perhaps unsurprising, given Mr. Lavery was one of the most vocal members of Mr. Corbyn's inner circle warning against the consequences of Labour sliding towards a Remain position. Indeed, he clashed with Sir Keir on the issue in a heated row, as reported in Gabriel Pogrund and Patrick Maguire's book, Left Out. Mr. Pogrund and Mr. Maguire note that, in the run-up to the Labour Party conference in September 2018, the shadow cabinet was fragmenting on Brexit. They write, Mr. Corbyn's position had been not to take one, so as to ensure the shadow cabinet and his own inner circle were united around the same one, whatever it was. But as then Prime Minister Theresa May was finalising her proposed withdrawal agreement with the EU at the time, this approach was beginning to wear thin and his oldest allies were wobbling around him. The book continues, once a strident Eurosceptic, Diane Abbott had mellowed with the times and took the same line as another Europe and voters and Labour activists in her constituency. The Brexit vote of 2016 was the result of a racist, right-wing project that all good progressives should resist. The impact a Tory Brexit would have on migration weighed particularly on Ms. Abbott. This point appears to have been a view shared by other members of the shadow cabinet, Sir Keir included, according to Mr. Pogrund and Mr. Maguire.